Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's, and today I'm going to show you how to make this candy cane centerpiece. It is so easy to do. There's absolutely nothing glued, although you can glue it, and if you're going to use this as a wreath, definitely glue it. But yeah, most of it is Dollar Tree items. So if you want to see how I did this, stay tuned. It's coming up next. Okay, what I've got here is a glass vase from the Dollar Tree, some double stick tape, a battery operated candle, of course you can use a real candle, and some tissue paper. And I'm doing the candy cane stripes, but you can use any tissue paper you like. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is take this out, and I'm going to put a piece of the double stick tape straight up the side of the vase. Okay, I got the double stick tape going up the side of the glass, and what I'm going to do is put the tape as close to the edge as I can, and I'm going to keep the edge of the vase as close to the other edge as I can. And I am just going to roll this to get the size that I need. And I'm going to cut this off and cut it at the bottom. And okay, now that I've got it cut, I'm going to put a piece of double stick tape along here. Okay, now I'm just going to cut the excess off the bottom, and I'm just going to lay the scissors next to the base as I cut, and that way I'm going to get it real close. And there it is. And I'm going to turn the lights out so you can see how it looks. Of course, you can always use a real candle. Since I have the 2.5-year-old grandbaby, I try not to use real candles. It's just safer. But this candle is on a timer. It's going to kick on every night. And it's all decorated and ready to go for Christmas. You guys might remember this wreath that I got from the Salvation Army on one of my hauls. This is what I'm going to use as the base of my centerpiece. And I am not going to glue anything in, just because I really love the glitter on the ends of the branches, and I'm going to be reusing it year after year. So, the first thing I'm doing is gathering all of my red and white things together, because that is going to fit perfectly in the center. Okay, before I get started with the ribbon, I've decided to light this up, and this was a Walmart find, and you can see it's got red lights. And I've had this forever. The thing I really like about it is, I don't know if you can see this, but it has a timer that fades, one that flashes. There's a timer that's steady on and off. So let's turn out these lights so you can see this better. That's the steady on. There's the flashing. And the fade. Okay, this is the very middle, so I have it right here, and I'm going to finish this off over here. I'm going to do this with both sides, and the battery pack is right here where it's all going to end. And I'm just going to go back and forth, and I'm going to let these branches hold these lights in place. But by doing it this way, you don't have a whole bunch of lights on one side and not on the other. I got this candy cane striped ribbon, and I'm just going to tuck it in and loop it and tuck it and put that all the way around. Now if you want to make this so that you can hang it on a wall or on a door, you can certainly glue this stuff in. Like I said, it's because of the silver tips on this that I don't want to glue anything in. But what I did was to use this as a centerpiece. This is a 10-inch cake ground, and it's going to make things easier to lift. Now if you are going to use this as a wreath, just wire this stuff in or glue it in. So I'm going to get this ribbon all the way around, and I'm going to be using the whole roll, and then we'll get started decorating it. Okay, I've got the ribbon loosely placed around. Chances are it's going to be moved as I add more items to it, but this is the way I'm going to keep it now. You might remember almost all of this stuff from past hauls that I did. These were from the Dollar Tree, and as soon as I saw these, I knew this is exactly what I wanted for this centerpiece. I wanted a candy cane theme for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these, well, I'm going to push the leaves up, and then I'm going to cut these kind of short, and that way I can use them later on, but they'll fit in here nicely. Okay, I've got them all cut, and I'm just going to start with my usual star pattern. And this is, there's 7 in this, and this was from the Dollar Tree, of course. I think the majority of this centerpiece is Dollar Tree. Okay, I'm going to start with these shiny ones. And I'm just going to poke them in here. And one of the easiest ways to get these to stay is to use an ornament hanger. Put that in there nice and tight, and just hook that into the branch. Although since this is going to be a centerpiece and it's not going to hang, I don't even have to anchor them in, but yeah, that's the way I'd do it. And after I get all the shiny ones on, then I'm going to put the glitter ones on. Okay, I decided to leave one of the shiny ones off, and that way I have 3 of the glitter and 3 of the shiny. And now to fill in the empty spaces, I'm going to use more of these poinsettias. And I'm going to put them towards the inside. And I'm going to do them like in between the ones that I have. And that way, no matter how you look at it, you're going to see the poinsettias. Okay, now I think it needs some more candy cane. And I have plastic ones. Okay, I cut a piece of 20 gauge wire. And the reason that I use 20 gauge wire is because that's something I always have on hand. You can use a lighter weight. Pretty much use anything you want. But I'm just coming down about halfway, and I'm going to twist it in there nice and tight. Okay, now I'm going to cross them over, and I'm going to put this on either side of one of these branches. And I'm going to use this wire to attach it to the branch so that it stays where I want it. And if you don't have the plastic ones, that's easy enough. If you get yourself some chenille stems, and this is something you can have the kids do, they're so easy. And there's several different ways to do it. Each. All you do is twist it. And if you use, say, 2 red and 1 white, it gives a completely different look. Or vice versa. And just tighten out the end here so it doesn't go anywhere. And using a spool of thread will give you a nice hook. If you make a couple and have them face the opposite direction, this you don't need wire for. This you just twist it in the middle. But like I said, this one's easy enough for the kids to do for you. Okay, this is almost done. I definitely want to put some cardinals in here, just because I'm using cardinals in my tablescape. Okay, one thing that I really want to put in here is some berry clusters. And something that drives me absolutely crazy about these things, because they are little foam balls, is when you get some like this. And believe me, the way they are treated in the stores, people are just really rough with them when they're looking at them, and as soon as they see one of the white spots, they leave it, there. So, some of them aren't too bad. And all I'll do is take a little bit of acrylic paint and paint in the white spot. And that way, although it may not 100% match, it doesn't show up as easily. Okay, once I have them all touched up and they're dry, I'm just going to poke them in here and there. And this is, a lot of this is just to cover up like the wires that hold these 2 candy canes together. So I'm just going to put these in and around, and I'm going to call this done. Okay, I've got all the berries in, and it's looking pretty good. And the only thing that's left to add in this is the candle. And I'm going to turn out the light so you can see how it looks. Although it's going to be a little hard since it's daylight. But there it is. And it's all ready to go on the table. And definitely looks very festive. And this is something that anybody can do. And you saw how easy it is. So if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And happy creating, everyone.